Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 6, Episode 2. Okay, yeah, Episode 2 and whatnot. Let's just get started. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Do not forget to also like this video either on your way in, on your way out, or even while you're here. Hit the like button. It's always grateful when you do that. Okay, do not forget you can also comment in the comment section. You can hit the little share button and share this video on your social media. But, you're always on Twitter. Hit share it on Twitter. Share me with the people you love too. Okay, you can also relax and relate and release. Center yourself and everyone around you because that's good to do. You want to inhale and exhale because sometimes you have to calm yourself down to be cool and collected and whatnot. Okay. And as y'all know, you want to follow me on social media on Twitter and or IG at J_Lees_Corner. Bam, it's wrapped up. It's wrapped up. It's also in the description box of every single video. It is 1:30 in the morning, and I want to get this out to y'all. Y'all will get this as a premiere. I don't know, around 8 a.m. But we're gonna leave that be. This episode was kind of good. Okay, look, Potomac is coming through with the entertainment. Some parts was a little bit boring, okay, for no reason, but I'm gonna leave that be. So we see the episode picks up with last one left off with the ladies up here kind of fussing amongst each other. We're really Karen and Gizelle going back and forth, back and forth. Now at this point, Karen, who had told Gizelle, "You are a broken whore." Okay, from Hampton University, okay, with a broken down cooch that's burning it would not use that Sing Sing. Now at this point she had not explained what Sing Sing was. What I thought she meant what she said it was, there were rumors going around that when Gizelle and Jamal broke up years ago, he was actively cheating on her, that she had a bit of a little breakdown, okay, and had to go sit down somewhere and talk to somebody mentally, okay, to get stuff together. So that's what I thought she meant. But she didn't really say anything like that or whatever. Now Mia then brings up, like, even though I just met Giselle, I think that she, has a good heart. Okay, I think she's a beautiful heart. I was like, Mia, Mia. At that moment, I said Mia is a horrible judge of character because Giselle's the worst. I'm like, did Mia not watch the show? I'm confused. Giselle not a good person. Not on the show. Giselle is a horrible person on the show. She may be great in real life. I don't know. But Mia, girl, don't judge that book. Burn that book. Okay, leave that book be. Anyway, um, it's just weird. Now we do later on see Mia talking to Giselle, I think, and also Robin too, asking them to exchange phone numbers or whatever. Wendy at one point brought up how she is a loyal friend to Karen, and she's out here trying to befriend Giselle and or Robin. I don't agree. I feel like, look, the point of these shows is to show women who get along, who are friends and friendly, who are hanging out with each other. If Mia is only going to be a friend of Karen, only going to be cool with Karen, she's going to become a Robin. Okay, Robin is Giselle's friend. And that's it. Robin has no other point in this show besides being Giselle's friend and Juan's ex-wife. Okay, that's really it. Them kids' mama, but she don't have any place in this show because half the time, if Giselle ain't with it, she ain't with it, and she ain't going. So you should want someone to come on this show who does not only want to be friends with who brought them on the show. They should want to all get to know each other. I like the fact that Mia wants to see what's going on with folks. That's the point of the show. Otherwise, the show would end up being like Housewives of Atlanta where they ain't got no damn cast. Anyway, Cam brings up, like, at the end of the day, I don't really rock with Giselle because she was death upon my husband. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. Now she brings up, we see a flashback scene of Ray talking to Giselle, saying how your looks is gonna fade. So you want to find love before that happens, so no one, you would like how you looked or whatever. And we see Giselle saying that by the time her looks fade, Ray will be dead. So I was like, well, that was harsh. That's not nice or whatever. Anyway, we let's leave the beef between Karen and Giselle alone or whatever. And Wendy brings up how we don't need to gang up on anybody. Like let's not do that. I'm like, Wendy, just be quiet a little bit. Let's be quiet. Robin then say, why is Wendy speaking up for Karen? Like Karen didn't even like her last season. Robin, shut up. Okay. Yeah, Robin sitting right here in my thought process. Shut up, Robin. No, no, Robin has no point on this show. Why is she here? Okay, I'll let somebody. I don't know why she's here. It really doesn't, because she doesn't do anything. Okay, Karen then say, Robin, at the end of the day, I will be walking on the aisle again. When is your wedding? I was just like, not when is the wedding. Oh, it'll be, sometime after COVID, but when is yours? Oh, it'll be soon in a protective environment or whatever where loved ones can come and with love upon us, for a real wedding and a real relationship. Meaning you and wine full of shit. Okay? Y'all been peddling this relationship for season after season, but nothing's really progressing that much. We're gonna leave that be too. But I mean, they like, let's focus on why we here. That's my body, which is what you said. And she then dances around and shows them she also had her butt done. But you won't. We knew you. Look, Wendy's whole body looked new. Wendy had her tits done. She had lipo. She had a boob. Her butt's done. She looks great, fine. But let's move on, okay? But this whole girl, honey, this is why you can't invite everybody to dinner. Because sometimes she'll go left. Anyway, we then meet Mia officially with her family and her husband. Now, this is her confessional. This is her husband. Okay? Now, we all know her husband is 68. Does he look 68, y'all? I mean, I feel like he do. But not like an old 68. He don't look 40. He don't look 40. He just don't look 98. He don't look 88. You know what I'm saying? 68, maybe the new 58, I don't know. But anyway, we meet, her at her house with her husband. And this is them when they met a while ago or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. So when she said that when she met him, he did not look his age. I'm like, see, he don't look that old right there. Okay, I wouldn't date him. Okay, I would not, but I don't see anything wrong with anybody else wanting to date him based on his age. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. So they're at home or whatever. They have kids. The three kids. Her oldest child is 13. Is from her previous marriage, but the two younger kids are with them too. And she brings by her husband is now a stay-at-home dad basically. So she runs the businesses that they have, like the 4 states worth of chiropractic offices. And so he is like at home with the kids, what I'm saying, doing those things, whatever. But we do see that he kind of like does not like it when she's doing things with the kids, but also taking phone calls for business or whatever. He kind of wants her to focus on one or the other at the time. And she said how she's still balancing how to be a wife, a mom, and also a CEO. I feel like we don't know enough of their dynamic for me to feel like he wrong for having that thought. But at the same time, if you want her to run the business, you have to allow her to be able to do that. Sometimes when I'm making pancakes for my baby, I'm going to also have to I'm going to have to multitask and I'll also take a business call while I'm scrambling, the mix. Okay, so leave that be. It wasn't as if she left the kid alone to take a call. She was in the kitchen with the kid on the phone and doing, making food or whatever. Leave her BG, leave her be. Okay, but that's all we really got with Mia and her husband. Again, he don't look that old. He don't look as old as Ray, but I think Ray older than him. But I'm gonna leave that be too. So we see Candiace, who was on set. She's shooting a pilot for a show. She said she wants to be taken seriously as a actress now. Candiace, if you want to be taken seriously as an actress, get off of this show. The reason I say that is because Candiace's antics on this show will be the main reason no one will want to continue to book her for shows if she has bad press on how she acts on this show. So I do feel like that's why she's been calmed down a lot on social media, because she wants to do other things, and that's fine. I still don't like her based on her first couple seasons, but again, we will see how she is this season to see if I would no longer dislike her, because I didn't like Ashley at first because of her antics. Ashley for the past 2 seasons has been good. So again, this is the first new season. We'll see how that goes. But again, if she act up, I'm gonna say fuck Candiace again. Okay, we're gonna see or whatnot. Now she also brings up how she's doing school stuff. She's in school. She's also trying to do her music stuff. She just released a video. I mean, I synced it. Bondi sent us a clip of it in our chats. Um, it's cute or whatever, but I was like, I don't like it. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it. I'm like, I'm not gonna dog it because other folks like it. And I don't dislike her enough to like make it seem as if what she did wasn't good. It ain't my cup of tea right now because in my head I don't like her. In a month or so I may like her and the music will sound completely different in my head, but right now, go ahead on. Okay. Now we then find out that Chris is her manager, mainly because she needed one. He wasn't working. So he brings up how he's not really managing her career per se. He's more trying to manage her because she pop off too goddamn much. And then she said, well, he pop off too. We all both pop off. But you pop off one of him or your pop off be worse. So again, we don't care. But again, blessings upon the lady. We'll see how, she is later on. We see Ashley beating with her mom to chit chat. Her mom came over to visit. And, they're gonna have a nanny, because she have baby number two. She brings up how her mama said, well, how do you feel with the nanny? Are you happy that she isn't, like a supermodel? And I'm like, why does it matter how she look? I feel like Michael gonna fuck whoever. So the nanny could be whoever. He may still bang her. So I'm like, that's kind of dumb. But I like how Abby's point was, I don't even care about that. My thing was for my son needs because I was, I had a hard time the first time with my postpartum. And, Michael told me, well, okay, you're going to probably need some help. I'm like, why he can't help? Girl, I don't know. I feel like when a husband tell a wife, you know what, it's going to be hard with your kids, you should hire some help. I'm like, so you not going to help her at all? But at the same token, I feel like it's a good thing too that he wants her to have help. But I hope that does not mean that he thinks he won't have to help his wife because you need to. But I'm gonna leave that be as well. Now she brings up how right now sex is not that comfortable for her because she's due any day. She's 39 weeks pregnant. She's uncomfortable right now. So, they can't really have sex like that and whatnot. So she brings up how, what I'm saying, we have to do what we have to do to keep each other pleased, with us not being able to have sex. She's like, Mama, how, luckily I have more than one hole, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm like, well, how many holes are you using? Because if sex is uncomfortable, so that means if you can't have vaginal sex, is y'all having butt sex? And you just giving them head? What's going on? Now she didn't go into much detail like that or whatever, but she's like, we do things or whatever. I lay down on my back, he does stuff or whatever, and then I do stuff to him. But I'm like, she's either giving him head or she just laying around and let him fuck her in the booty. I don't know. But her point was, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing what I have to do to keep my husband happy and pleased because again, that's a part of it. And I'm also being pleased too. So I was like, if it's because sometimes the point of it is you want to have a release of energy. Okay, you want to have a release of energy. And so if you can do that, manually or orally, then fine. Okay, so I'm assuming they give each other, hand jobs or mouth jobs, and they're just not having intercourse like that. But they're both still getting off and whatnot. I'm not girl back. And my mom was like, that's fine, because you have to do what you have to do to keep your spouse pleased so that they don't go off and do other things. And I was like, I mean, that's true. However, you can please him in every way, and he will still go off and fuck somebody else. Okay, he or she. But we're gonna leave that be as well. I'm moving right along because I feel like I have the lollygag. We see Robin. Robin go visit Gizelle at Gizelle's house. Gizelle's house, which she has been, fixing up for the past 2 years. Okay, it's still not quite done. Gizelle lives in the west wing of the house, and the rest of the house is under construction. Now, as we see from this, we see the west wing. You see the west wing over there in the little corner that looks like a house, and then the main house right there. So Robin said it looks like a house attached to another house, okay? And it's not cute, okay? It doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't. It doesn't make sense if Gizelle bought that space and then built a side house attached to the main house versus just getting the actual house fixed. I'm like, wouldn't it be more expensive? I don't know. Now, in the parts of the house, we Yay. Him is home. Yeah. But hold on. You know what? Like the video. Let me respond to him. Okay. Like the video. Like the video. Like the video. While I respond back to him being home. Welcome back. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I be have to, you gotta do stuff, okay? But I agree with Robin how it don't make any sense. Okay, we seen the inside of the house and the part we seen, it looks great. Okay, her room looks great, the bathroom looks great or whatever, but she built a whole part of a house onto a house and the rest of the house is still being built. I would not want to buy a house and then have my room or whatever on the girl. It's just stupid. Anyway, Gizelle does bring up how she wants to still have sex in her bed because she has not christened her bed yet. I'm like, girl, because you ain't getting no dick. Because you not banging Jamal. We know you not banging Jamal. Now, she tried with, because me and Jamal, I'm like, oh, here we go. Because me and Jamal, we have not been able to see each other, because of COVID. No, because of life and y'all lying. Y'all are not together, Giselle. Okay, it's not that. We talk or whatever. We feel like we should not be in a relationship anymore. I'm like, but were y'all ever really in one? I don't think you were. Anyway, Robin says in her confessional that she never felt like Gizelle and Jamal were ever, back being madly in love. So she's not shocked that they have not, moved forward in this. I felt like they were just getting back into things. I'm looking like, Robin, for the first time, you have said some real shit about Gizelle's bullshit because they weren't madly in love. And they were starting to get back together just for a storyline. That was it. Okay, that was it. Now they FaceTime Candiace or whatever and tell her what happened at Wendy party. I don't care about that. Let's move on from that because she didn't, oh for real, you and Karen. Oh my God, and Mia has girl bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. So they hang up from her. They still keep talking or whatever. And then Gizelle brings up how she wants Karen to say, I'm sorry, Gizelle. I'm sorry for what I said to you. I'm not girl bye. But she feels like I only can, be back around her if she says sorry to me because she was on bullshit. Gizelle, you and Karen will forever say crazy things to each other, and you can't feel like she owed you something, but you owe her nothing. Okay, you owe her an apology too. But Robin then brings up how Giselle, she keeps bringing up wine. Why she? Well, because you and Wine been engaged for a while. And what's going on? Okay, what's happening? We would like to know. And then Gizelle gonna say her own mouth. When you and Wine just bought a house, okay, and Karen could never do that because she owes so much in back tax. I'm looking like, Giselle, you still not finished, building your house because you can't afford it either. So I'm like, a person who cannot afford to build out their house cannot speak on someone who they think cannot afford to buy one. Either way it go, y'all both in spaces that y'all can't afford. I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, she then also says again that Ray would die before he's able to buy them a house. I'm like, why do you keep saying that? Because this is the thing. God forbid Ray died tomorrow. And you keep, because there's power in the tongue. You can't be saying that shit, okay? Don't play with death. Don't do that because people die young and old. And God forbid that you keep speaking on her husband, passed away and someone you love does instead. Okay? So Gizelle, shut the fuck up. Okay, let's move on from that. We do see Karen and Ray who were at home talking. Excuse me. I thought I had the pictures, but I guess I didn't pull them up. So whatever. So they were chit chatting, whatever. Karen brings up how she does feel bad for how hard she went at Gizelle. And, she just felt like, Gizelle, she had a hard divorce with Jamal. She lost everything when Jamal her and divorced. And so she was, hurt about that or whatever. She then let Jamal back into her life. And he still, did it wrong or whatever, was still out here cheating. It was spreading low, spinning their wide with people. And so, he played her again. And so she's hurt over these things. And so she's taking out her frustrations on Karen. Now, do I fully believe that? No. Do I believe that 80% of that is true? Yes. I do believe that Gizelle feels stupid that she allowed herself to try to make small her storyline, and he still made her look stupid. I do believe that. I do believe also that she did lose a whole bunch when he him and her divorced for a time. I agree with that as well. I don't know if she's fully taken out her frustrations on Karen. I based on that. I think she just don't like Karen. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So Karen said how she wants to throw a whole, let's love dinner party for the cast and their spouses or whatever. And if you don't have a spouse, Gizelle, come anyway. Even Candiace and Chris can come. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. Anyway, so we then see Wendy at home. She has a little dinner with her family, her mom right there, her sister with the braids, her brother with the only boy in the picture is there, and her mom say because her mom come in and see her boobs, her new boobs, her new body, okay, her new body, and oh, you look great, 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 great. And then her mom then say, oh, I also want to have my titties done too. And not only that, I want y'all to pay for it. I'm like, huh. I mean, if your daughter get new titties and then you want new titties, I guess it's fine. If your children pay for your new titties or whatever, I'm like, girl, bye. And she then said, I want y'all to pay for it by December or I'm going to sue y'all. I'm like, how you going to sue them? That mama's weird. Wendy been going out, she's not really fulfilled in life and she wants to do different things to make herself happy, which is fine, fine, fine. You have to do what makes you happy. And so I want to start a home essential line. I'm like, a home essential line? You want to do some sheet sets, some pillowcases, okay, some chandeliers, so she gets a little box with her stuff. And I'm like, what's in that box? It's like a candle box. And she wants to sell candles. Okay. Wendy wants to sell candles as a part, and that could be just the first item. In 5 years she can be selling headboards. I don't know, but she wants to start off selling candles. Okay, so I know that it's a different thing for me for my profession, but this is what I've always wanted to do, but was scared to do it because people always felt like I had to be more than just, what I'm saying, a person selling candles. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, she also brings up how she has not done any of the business stuff about it. She's only looked at like how it's gonna look, okay, what colors I want it to be, the easy shits. And she brings up how she wants Eddie to handle the business side of things because she don't know much about business. And I was like, that's a person's downfall. For you to want to start a business, but you don't want to actively know how to run your business, you want other folks to do that. That's going to cause chaos, okay? And Eddie was looking like, okay, I guess I got to do this shit because she don't want to do it. But I'm like, I can just see it being messy later because they're going to call her the candle lady. She is no longer going to be Dr. Wendy. Knows going to be, hey, candle lady, you want some matches? I guess so. I'm not against her doing that. You people don't get how you can start off with something small and it grows and grows and grows. But my thing is the long drawn out explanation that when he has to explain shit, we don't need that. Just say you want to sell candles because you want to and leave it at that. Okay. Now we do see Karen go see Ashley, and I was like, it was a quick little visit for her to basically invite Ashley and Michael to the love party. Okay, want you to come on through and bring your husband too, because again, you love your husband, so I have to accept him as well. People had issue because Michael started grabbing butts, okay, and so some of the cast last is like, I can't deal with that. But Karen said, Ashley is thinking about her man, so I have to support her in her decision to, still stay with that man. But whatever. Abby, girl, that's a laugh. Abby asked her, what did you mean by sing, with Gizelle? And then Karen said, I thought it just sounded good. Okay, I thought it matched Hot Box. A Hot Box, sing. I had no idea that sing was a jail in New York. And I was like, again, I thought she meant that she, was in the little place for a little bit. I don't know. But again, that's what it was. Karen be saying shit sometimes, but at least she admitted she was saying shit. So, Karen didn't leave a good thing starts crying. Honeys, babies wake up from nap. They don't want strangers. Because Karen is for sure a stranger to that baby. So don't wake me up. Not wake me. Don't have me wake up and then introduce me to a stranger who may look weird to me. Because we don't know how many black people that baby didn't see. Okay, besides his mama. Anyway, so we see a couple of different things. Okay, we see Gizelle with her daughters at home, and she's trying to give them dating advice. I'm looking like, that's the last motherfucker to give anybody advice. Okay, you get back with Jamal for a storyline that did not work out. Okay, and you just have had a bad track record. The daughter told her, you giving advice is stupid. You have horrible taste, and man, you should not be giving anyone advice at all. They would not even. Her daughters read her for film every time. I don't know why Giselle. I would never film with my kids who read me every time we on screen, because it looks sad. Okay, it looks sad. Now we do see each lady getting a little invite to Karen's party. We see Giselle get her invite. I ain't going to Karen's party. I'm gonna throw it away. Leave me be. We see Robin and Juan getting the invite, and the invite was like a little box of candy, I think, and whatnot. They had the invite, but Robin and Juan gets it. Juan said, "Nope, leave me out of it. I ain't. Nope, nope." So because Giselle ain't going there, because Juan don't want to go, I know Robin will not go. That's my point. Robin needs someone else in order for her to be on the show. Robin not showing up solely because Juan didn't want to go and Giselle did not want to go shows she don't have her own place on the show. She is Robin's she is Giselle's lapdog. Okay? She should really be a friend of the show. She should be a friend of the show who hangs out with Giselle. She does not need to hold, what the hell, champagne glass? She don't need to hold shit. She should hold a seat in the friends section, and that's it, because she don't give anything. She doesn't. I would have never not shown up to a cast party because of Giselle. And I feel like Juan didn't want to go because Juan know it. Juan know usually if Giselle going or whatever, it's gonna be some. It's gonna be some bullshit. I do not want to get involved in bullshit. The fact that your fiance does not want to go to a party for couples on the show y'all both are on, to me means y'all don't need to be here. Go ahead on. Go ahead on. Now we see Candiace who gets her invite. I don't know if I want to be around Karen because again, she would not take my side from me. That's what she said basically. She worded it differently, but that's what she meant. And let's move on. So, but again, in my opinion, it is pointless to be on a show that is supposed to be about women hanging out and being friends if people would then say, I'm not gonna come because I don't like so and so. No, you need to go and handle shit. Period. Giselle and Robin should not be not attending this shit. Period. Again, Real Housewives of Atlanta suffering for this exact same reason. They trying to find cash because they don't get along. They won't film together. It's stupid. Y'all on a show, bitch. Okay? Watching Housewives of Beverly Hills and seeing how they don't get along, but they all still go. They do not be getting along sometimes and will still all go and then just fuss and have, whatever that happens because it's the show. I really hate that the black shows have some cast who just won't show up because they feel some kind of way. I think all the time. I mean, once, like Candiace not want to be around people because the thing last season, I get that. But this season, Monique ain't here. Okay, Giselle, you and Karen have had worse fights than this one. Show up. She didn't show up because she's single. I'm going to leave that be. Let's move on. So we do see at Karen's house, we see that Mia and G get there. We finally see G. This is her husband, all bald head, shiny, his good shirt on or whatever. Now, Karen said, I hope Ray will keep seeing men of his age with bald heads so that he will go bald. Ray does need to let his hair go. Okay, I mean, Ray might look better bald. I don't know. Ray, G looks fine right here. Oh no, it's fine. Now we do also see Eddie and Wendy show up. Ashley shows up too. Michael was not there. Michael was at home with the baby. And then Candiace and Chris shows up. Okay, so again, the whole gang is there. Karen do tell them how, Giselle ain't coming and neither Robin. Well, fuck them. So it's fine or whatever. But when Candiace and Chris get there, I appreciate how Candiace came in open-hearted. When Karen said, like, okay, maybe like in a week or so, like maybe me and you can like meet up for like coffee or tea. to have a conversation. And Candiace and said, okay, come to my house. So come to my house, see my new house, and we could talk. And they embrace and they hug. So again, it's Candiace may be trying to turn over new leaf. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave that be. So, when they say how Gizelle wasn't coming to me, it said, but this is a couple thing, right? I'm like, bitch, Mia shady. She really is, because I'm like, yes, we all know Gizelle is single. Now they all there, the women are there, whatever. Ashley is there too, but she was so quiet. I did not want to. I just didn't like pull up a separate picture. Whatever. So they sit around and shit and chat or whatever, about Wendy's surgery, about Ashley having a baby, and they get on Mia, who's had her clit done before. But Mia say how her clit was not based on birth, because the 3 times she was pregnant, each time was a scheduled C-section. So I was like, oh, so what happened? But she then said her clit was redone because she had that much sex. Okay. I mean, I know I'm gonna leave that be. Look, that's her coochie. And I'm not going to shame anyone who wants to keep her coochie tight. Okay? If she getting banged out and her clit swole up or shrink, I don't know. Whatever swole, whatever it was, okay? Whatever. It's on her. She wanted to get it redone. That's fine, fine, fine. Anyway, Karen brings up how, this party is not about discussing, the fussing between her and Gizelle, because I think Candiace brought it up about, I heard that you and her got into it, whatever. It's not about that. Okay, this is about, this whole time it ain't froze until just now. But whatever. Anyway, Mia then said how she's a real boss. And Wendy then gives her let me defend, Gizelle's soapbox. Well, aren't you said that Gizelle had a good heart? I'm like, what does that have to do with anything going on right now? Okay. And when Mia then says, well, yeah, but I did not know at that point in time that she had wished death upon Karen's husband. So, once I got more details on that, I felt differently. So that's what it was. And Karen also told me to not have preconceived notions based on who she not cool with, to make my own assessments. And so Karen again explains to them that, what Gizelle said about Ray. And they are like, oh, that's kind of crazy. That's really, really crazy. So Mia also brings up how you saying, look, I feel like Gizelle may just have a pretty face and she's not a nice person or whatever. But you asked for her number. I'm like, bitch, look, but she just told you she did not have the full story at that time. So what does it matter? I don't know why Wendy is trying to have an issue with Mia, because I feel like the same thing happened at her own party when Mia asked her about her surgeries or whatever. You had multiple surgeries, okay? Or at least one surgery on your whole body. So I'm like, excuse me, why are you having such an issue with Mia? And I was watching something and someone said, because this is, Wendy's second season, this is Mia's first season, that Wendy may be feeling as if she has to, she has to do a lot to keep her spot for a third time on the show. Because she come in, oh my God, to when it pop out and make you mad. But I did that to lighten the load, or lighten the mood of the fussing between Karen and Zell. But you should have done that because it was your house. Well, I did do that. Again, it's like, Wendy, why are you having issues with Mia? I just don't, because again, you hear defending Gizelle when you know Gizelle ain't shit. You know this, but again, Wendy on her, I want to be Gizelle's friend so bad. So let Wendy, drown in the Gizelle saving pool that she's in. I don't care. So it's just like me, like, why do y'all have issues about that when Karen don't? If Karen did not care about me, being friends with Gizelle, why do y'all care? It's just kind of stupid. So if you would stop and listen, Mia, you can. I'm like, oh, don't do that. No, don't do. No, 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 not in this house or whatever. And Mia, like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done talking to her, because Wendy was being rude. Wendy was being snarky. Wendy was trying to get a moment, I guess, and I don't know why. And so I don't know why she wants to act tough as if she runs shit, but she don't, okay? And she then said, don't come for me. I'm like, bitch, who coming for Wendy? Wendy didn't have titties and ass for 2 weeks, and now she thinks somebody coming from her. No one's coming for your new titties, your new ass. Calm down, little red Corvette. You drive too fast, okay? And when me, I was not coming for you, but I'm gonna let you know what you're not gonna say to me. I'm talking so fast because I'm scared that my signal's gonna pop out again. But again, me is telling Wendy, you not gonna come at me. I wasn't coming at you. I'm gonna let you know what you not gonna do to me though. That's the point. And so Wendy had her hand up on Mia's face, without no, just her hand up as she was talking or whatever. And so Mia doing the same, whatever. And when Wendy then said, "Don't have your hand in my face," Mia said, "What you gonna do?" I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that." And the fact that when she said that, everyone looked at Candiace like, "Oh shit!" And she got like, my thing is, she got a fact like, "Oh my god, no." Let me stop. But it was funny, 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 just because it's like it could have been crazy, but they calmed them all down. Nothing went crazy. Just calm down, calm down, calm down. Um, Wendy is being extra for no reason. And when Mia said, Wendy is been out of shape and it had nothing to do with me, it means she's insecure and it has everything to do with her. I kind of agree. For some reason, it do seem like she feels insecure for whatever the reason may be around Mia. Because that's what she keeps snarking at, and I just don't know why. So they all sit around or whatever, and they play like a little game or whatnot, a little newlywed question game. What's your husband's favorite sex position? Chris and Candiace both said her on top. Karen said all of them. I'm like, all of them. Ray said her on top. Eddie and Wendy both said doggy style, and then Mia and G both said missionary. And Wendy said missionary. I look like as a missionary is a position. You could try it. We then see they say, "What's the most crazy place that you had sex?" Chris says a balcony at a hotel, and Candace says the kitchen sink. I'm looking like, but the kitchen sink isn't the crazy. It's just the kitchen. It's the kitchen. It's the kitchen. I'm like, it's in the house. To me, a crazy place is somewhere outside your house. Like I could say I've had sex at like a playground. Was that a school? I wasn't in school. We stopped. My point is, it's somewhere outside the house. This is ugly soup. I'm leaving that big. Karen says the kitchen counter, Ray says the kitchen floor, and he then says that's where their daughter was conceived. I'm like, man, their daughter was conceived. Eddie and Winnie both say in the park. Mia and G both say a Waffle House bathroom. I'm like, oh, they freaking ain't gay. One word to describe your relationship. Mia says real. G says amazing. I'm sorry, I guess I'm trying to rush. Karen said it's work. Ray said it was great. Eddie said loving. Wendy said great, honest, and loving, which is a sentence. So she should not have gotten a point for that at all. And then it was like, if your husband was attracted to someone in the friend group, who would it be? G G said, "Oh shit." I was like, "Yes, oh shit." And Ad, he said, "I'm so happy that Michael's not here. We are too." Mia and G both said Karen. Chris said Gizelle. Candiace said Mia and or Gizelle. Karen said Mia. Ray said Katie. I'm like, Katie? Okay. Wendy and Eddie both said no one. I'm like, Wendy made him say no one. Because I'm like, whatever. Um, and then, because I felt like at one point she made him like change his answer. Or she said something like, that looks like it says Mia. And you see them wiping it off. And then it asked, where did you meet your spouse? Chris and Candace both said they met at work. They both worked at a restaurant. Karen and Ray both said it was at a Black Caucus. Wendy and Eddie both said about them meeting in Baltimore at 17 years old. And Mia and G both said at a strip club, which at that point in time she was a bartender. Yeah. The ending was fun because them laughing. Like I liked Chris and Candace the whole time at Karen's house. I liked that Karen. I can rock with that person. But let's see if that same person is on here all season. Um, Wendy irked my nerves. Wendy came on the season. I'm like, I don't know what she trying to do. I don't like it or whatever. But again, that was it.